Okay, so now for the second verse. First two bars of the second verse are pretty much the same as the first two of the intro and first verse. So let's look at those last two bars of that second verse first. Like this, again, of course, that F chord, you play it like this. 3, 4. What do? I have my index finger in 13th, ring finger in 14th position, and the first part is the same, so it's like this: down, 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 up, down, up, down. And then I get an upstroke on 15th position, B string with the little finger. Then 13th position, B string with my middle finger, also an upstroke, to 8th position, B string, also an upstroke. So like this: 3, 4, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, 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 down. And now I've landed into that last bar. So that last bar starts off with the slide from 8th to 10th position. Then you play it again with a downstroke. Then you play a downstroke on the E string. Then upstroke, little finger, 13th position, E string, high E string, to ring finger, 12th position, also with an upstroke, to middle finger, 10th position, also an upstroke. Then you play the 8th position with your middle finger, and then you play the E string, low E string this time, with your index finger, 8th position. So like this: 3, 4. And then, so now those last two bars of that second verse should sound like this: 3, 4. And then you move on to the next chorus. Then we get the first solo. Now that solo I'm going to do another time because I don't have my slide here, so I cannot explain it. But the chords under that solo or interlude, whatever you want to call it, are the D minor chord and the C chord. Now, how do you play it? It goes like this: 3, 4. It's a basic rhythm that you play with your right hand. Goes like this. I'll give you the down and up strokes. 3, 4, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Now, you may have noticed that I make these percussive sounds in between when I go to a next bar. The only thing you have to do for that is just to relax your left hand. So like this. I do it on the first bar, going to the second. 3, 4, down. You see? I just release the tension in my left hand, and the result is just a muted sound. Now the last bar, you go from D minor to E minor, so that last bar we'll take a look at a little bit more closely. So you play that D minor chord, play it again, play it down on upstroke, then you play down on the bass note, play it as a whole, then move up 2 frets to the E minor chord, which is, you know, the form is exactly the same with the D minor chord, play that A string, so bass note, and then the whole chord, and that's it. Okay, so now for the third verse. Now the second bar of the third verse is also a little bit different. So we'll look at that. You make the slide from 8th position, so your middle finger is in 9th on the G string. Make the slide to 10th position for both. Then you play the 10th position again, G string. Play the E string, play the G string, play the E string, play the G string. Then, with your little finger, play the 12th position on that G string. Pull off to the middle finger, which is in 10th still. Then, play that little finger again. Pull off to middle finger, and then you play 8th position with your index finger on the E string. So that sounds like this. 3, 4. Now, what is? Let's do the down and up strokes. I'm sure you already got it by now, but still, you know, 3, 4, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, down. Okay. Now for the last 2 bars, we move up to 13th position again. You play like this. So this is basically the same as, I think, the third bar of the first verse, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, we've covered this one before, so I'm not going to repeat that. The last bar, you play like this. You make a slide from 8th to 10th position. Then you play that 10th position again, B string. Then you play that E string. Then ring finger, 12th position on the B string, 13th position, then to 12th again, then 10th, and then play index finger, 8th position on the E string. So with down and up strokes, that's 3, 4, down, 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 up, 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 down. Okay, so now for the 4th verse. Now the first 3 bars of the 4th verse are identical to the first 3 of the first verse, so we'll skip that. So we go immediately into the 4th bar. Now what do you play? You have your middle finger on the B string in 8th position and your index finger in 8th position on the E string. You play them together, make a slide to 10th. Play the 10th on the B string again, then play the 10th on the E string, then you play the 12th on the high E string to 10th with your index finger, then 13th with your little finger on the B string, then 10th with your little finger on the B string, and then you play 8th position with your index finger on the low E string. So like this, 3, 4. With down and up strokes, that's 3, 4, down, 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 up, 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 down. And that's the 4th verse, and after that it goes on to the next chorus. Now, under the second guitar solo, there is also another guitar part playing, And that goes like this. You have your index finger as a small bar in 7th position on the 4th and 3rd string. And what do you play? You play this 3, 4. So in strings that will be D, G, D, D, G, D, G, D, G, D, D, G, D, D, G. Now the down and up strokes are actually pretty simple. You start with a down stroke and you alternate from there. So it's down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now that was the first bar. The second bar is exactly the same. Then the third bar, you do the same thing, only then with your index finger in 5th position on the D and G string. But you play the same pattern, so like this. 3, 4. And then in the 4th bar, you move up again to the 7th position and you play the same pattern. Now, that those 4 bars are repeated, except for the fact that the last one of those 4 bars, that is played a little bit different. So that last bar is played like this, 3, 4. So it starts off with index finger in 7th position. There you play in strings D, D, G, D, G, D, D, G. Then you play 5th position on the A string, and then 7th with your ring finger on the G string. Then you play with your index finger 7th position on the A string, and then with your ring finger 9th position on the G string. And with down and up strokes, that would make this 3, 4, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. And then you go to the 5th verse of the song. Okay, so now we move on to that last verse, the 5th one. It has a variation on the first bar already. So you play your index finger 13th position of the E string, ring finger 15th position of the A string, and middle finger on 14th position of the G string. You play them after another, all with the downstrokes, like so. Then you play only the low E and G string, down, up, down, up. So like this, 3, 4, down, 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 up, down, up, down, up. Then you play the 9th position on the G string with your middle finger. Then you play the G string and E string together with index finger on 8th position. And then you go to the second bar, which is the same as it always is, so like this. Those first 2 bars sound like this, 3, 4. Now for the last 2 bars, they're actually the same as the last 2 bars of the first verse. So we've already covered the first verse, so that was the last verse, the last variation. Then you get another chorus, and then you get the outro or guitar solo, which is just a repetition of the chorus we played in that interlude, which is under the other small solos. Only this solo is a bit longer. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Normally I wouldn't do all those variations, but since one of my students is actually learning this song, I figured why not. I hope it has been of some help to you. Check the website for more information. That's yourguitarworkshop.com. Keep playing, keep practicing, take care, and hope to see you again sometime.